Warning, this video contains rumors, speculation, strong opinions, and
Welcome to Geeks and Gamers Entertainment. Making Geeks and Gamers great again. Why am I rushing through this? Because me and Goldman are exposing this shit on this video. And yes, we're making progress. We are making things better again by going. And what happens if you just let the idiots be idiots? It spreads faster than Bud Light. That's what we need to be the vaccine to this bullshit. And hopefully vaccines get made for other things.
Hopefully.
But listen, we had a collab. This is behind the scenes with me and Goldman. We had a different video collab prepared on the spin that they're doing that Star Wars toys are dead when everything's dead right now. Now, the Star Wars sales were down. I don't think people were buying the new characters for the new trilogy. But there's a spike, and it's the Mandalorian, Baby Yoda, and sales are actually going up. Is that why they putting their foot on the gas on Mandalorian season 2 and 3? Absolutely. I'm sure that all their licensing partners are saying, give us more Mandalorian content so we can make more Mandalorian product, because it probably it's everyone's interested, especially young Star Wars fans. I want a Baby Yoda something. I do want to if they ever make a Claude figure. Did they make a Claude figure?
I don't think so.
Oh, that's a shame.
No, Max, you rushed me. Now Claude is not in the frame.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, but this is why we got to cover this stuff daily. What people I get the argument all the time. If it's such trash, why do you cover it?
Take out the trash.
You take out the trash, you clean up fandom, and if you let idiots be, it's contagious. And then they control what I was discussing with you before we went when we went with recorded video, is that they control perception. They are influencing public opinion with the amount of trash there is, and the amount of spin, the amount of agenda, the amount of garbage they're clogging the internet with, and how connected they are. This has gone past just like exposed videos. We are detectives finding out how linked together their bullshit is. Because what's happening right now is one bullshitter. Yeah, it's funny, Goldman, but this is the truth. This is the truth. One bullshitter comes up with some bullshit story, and then they tell it their friends. They're all connected with websites, Bleeding Cool, Bleeding Fool, Geeks and Gamers. I don't know if they actually cover this crap. Nerdrotics website. Ethan Van Sciver has connections with all these bullshit websites. So they have one person cover it, and then they all make the exact same video. Hundreds of videos come out. So when you search for a topic, and one person does the actual due diligence and tries the research, it gets absolutely buried by bullshit.
That is true.
So we have to make more videos. And if you're watching, you can help. Everyone needs to cover this because they are controlling public opinion, and they are influencing with the amount of shit they're throwing out there. We got to take out all the trash. So it's the truth. I'm 100% serious.
I want to be fair. You called us both detectives. You're doing all the work. I just got here.
Well, you agree.
Yeah.
No, you put on my channel.
I have. You're doing all the work and the research, and I'm here to talk about it with you.
I mean, it's obvious what they're doing.
It is.
Now what the latest is that the recent female-centric, which just it's one article that Kathy has gone rogue. No, I don't know if you watched my video on this yet. I wait. Do I still have the thumbnail?
I probably didn't.
Well, I said they can't even keep their stories straight. How were
they contradicting themselves?
Well, that she's ruining and affecting and doing rogue and causing problems is one spin for one video,
Okay.
and then the other day she's being kicked off the set and she's lost all her power. So which is it?
That's a good point.
So and this is who. This is what we were going to do. I made the thumbnail, but I don't know if we should cover this one. We should maybe go because the video just dropped by Midnight's Bolt BS. And I kind of want to do the investigation live, or not live, but pre-recorded with you to see what other BS they come up with. Because this is, and then once his video comes out, Midnight's Edge, he's one of the leaders of this, he's one of the sources that comes up with bullshit. Everyone else is going to cover it. You're going to see hundreds of videos, at least all the mains at the top.
Are all these people in the Fandom Menace?
They're all linked together. Not all of them identify as it, but they all once someone makes a video, they all follow suit one by one. Everyone, even Ryan Kinnell, Mr. EU Muscles, which I used to have some respect for.
Respect?
He got views and then he went to shit too, and he's doing the exact same thing. What are they saying? What were they saying the other day? That Kathleen Kenny has gone rogue, and now they're doing secret meetings about Kathy. It's just such bullshit.
Who's they? The Bobs?
Yeah, the Bobs. You don't even. You're like so shocked by this stuff. You're like,
well, I wouldn't say I'm.
Callie, get that. What are you doing?
Your dog's trying to cancel you right now.
Hold on, Callie, get over here. What do you got? She's so bad. Oh, whatever. Just eat it. Just eat it. All right.
I lost my train of thought.
No, the Bobs are livid. That's what the title. Every single title of their video yesterday, there was like 20 videos I saw that says the Bobs are livid with Kathy and she's gone rogue.
Let me guess. Anonymous sources are telling them this.
Yeah, sources.
Or is it Doomcock telling them?
I think Midnight's Edge is worse than Doomcock.
Wow, that's a big accusation.
Yeah, and I haven't been following him because he's boring. Like
I know nothing about Midnight's Edge. I don't even know his name.
No, one of my viewers said stop covering him. He's boring. So we might not watch the whole video. We might just watch the beginning, and I'll have to get back to the toy video in another day. Or I don't know if you want this type of content on your channel. We could cover it. Whatever you want. It's fine.
Let's keep it on your channel.
I'll keep it on my channel. Okay. So we'll have to cover that another day. We got to go to the most recent video because if it follows suit, they are all going to come out with the secret meetings. The other day it was the Bobs are livid with Kathy. She's gone rogue. And now it's secret meetings about Kathy. They're having meetings of how to survive and how to, it's a
tough time for these people.
Right.
The news cycle is dry.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's tough for them, and it's tough for people in the industry. If they're going to have a meeting, it's about what they're going to do to safely start production again. Is a female agenda going to be at the top of the list? I don't think so. That's
a good point.
What a bunch of freaking idiots.
I'm not sure that's that obvious though to some. I bet you these people think that the female agenda is at the top of their
truth bombs. How are we going to open our parks and keep our patrons safe? Oh, you know what? That damn Kathy, I'm livid. What the? Come on, seriously. Listen, I think Kathy should be replaced too, because I think she's failed in certain areas. I think she
definitely has.
I think she definitely had her history, her career. She should have got the opportunity. I just think she failed at the opportunity.
Everyone deserves a chance.
But after years of covering it, I do think there is other outside sources that made it worse on her. Is the release dates in the Bobs or not the Bobs, Bob at the time, and shareholders wanting to recoup the cost too quickly. As soon as they spent that big money on Star Wars, pump it out. And I don't think it's just her. No one wanted George's vision, unfortunately.
There was There was that one interview with George where I think it was the Charlie Rose interview where he said that he kind of separated himself because if things, not that they didn't go his way, but he felt that they would be his vision would be clashing with Disney's and it would just be a big problem. I think that's what he said, something like that on one of the Charlie Rose interviews.
Yeah.
I think the famous one where he called Disney white slavers. I think that was the interview.
Yeah,
we talked about
that's one of my highest viewed videos. I did a video on that. All right, when I was a little more extreme. All right, let me find this Midnight's BS video. You've never watched one of his videos, so this will be a good reaction from you. I
don't really watch many of these,
and I make
videos.
They're not news.
That's why I put them in quotes. News videos.
Okay. So everyone went with the livid over female-centric Star Wars, which is actually so bullshit. And then this one, Twitter, yes. Now how to avert a PR disaster, emergency Star Wars meetings. That's what the name of the video is. Oh my god.
Disney's having an emergency meeting over Variety reporting on
yes,
the new producer.
This is so stupid about about a series that's not even in production. Listen,
in a series that wasn't even officially announced either.
Yes, and the other thing which I think she has hired. Do you know the other reason why my speculation rumors actually comes from some? I have a little bit of logic. They have zero logic. I have some logic. Is that when you realize these idiots on the internet exist and they do everything that they claim SJWs do, and go back and look through all their history of whatever they said to make videos about something someone said 2 years ago, what would be, especially with Disney's history with talent, or even if you think it's not talent, whatever, without Rian Johnson, James Gunn, Roseanne, they're not going to tell the public this, but when they have new hires, that when they bring someone on board, even in preliminary, clean up your social media. And that would make sense. Important. That would make sense across the board. So whenever they make videos, they deleted tweets. What are they hiding? They know you're watching. They don't listen to because you're full of shit, but they know you're there and you're waiting to pick something, just like the so-called SJWs. You go through their whole history. So of course, if I got a job, which I have a job. I don't want to be. I like entertainment. I like being on this end of entertainment, critiquing it. If I ever wanted a legit job in the industry, I would absolutely go through and be like, why do I need my Twitter anymore? Or if I have it, clear it up. Yes, deleting twits is a good thing.
Yeah, I do that sometimes. Maybe like once every 3 months or 4 months. I don't say stupid stuff on Twitter, but I'll just delete my tweets anyway, because you never know what might be wrong in a few years, and
you never know what's coming or what mega hater is waiting there. Don't leave your twits hanging out. That's another one. Don't leave your twits hanging out is a good one to go by. Sometimes you say something stupid on Twitter. Don't leave it hanging out there. No.
Agreed.
All right, so let's share this video. Emergency Star Wars meetings. This is real.
No, this is exciting. I'm looking forward to it. Okay. But you said it's not as entertaining as some of the other people we've watched.
No, he gets boring, and he doesn't say. He says he has the clickbait. He's pulling shit. He's pulling BS out of his rear end, and then he doesn't get to anything. Much like in the way Mike Zero is. He doesn't really say much.
I like that one video you did about Mike Zero, where Mike Zero he always states the obvious, and then there's a minute of actual news in quotes. That was funny.
As you all know, Disney has bought Lucasfilm. They are making a sequel trilogy. The Rise of the Skywalker is coming out in December.
It's going to be the end of the Skywalker saga, yeah.
That is to gaslight the viewer to make, this guy's making a lot of sense. No, he's stating a bunch of facts, and then he gets to the BS. Yeah, that's the Zero plan. That's the Zero plan.
And then you pointed out how he will spread rumors, and then another video he'd be like, there's rumors about this.
Contradicts himself. That's the way. That's the way to play the algorithm in YouTube. You have a video on both sides of a topic, and someone said don't. Mike's a nice guy. Mike is not a nice guy. He doesn't have any respect for any other YouTubers. He just spams nonsense to control.
I don't watch him. I don't know him as a person, but
You
I wouldn't say I'm a fan of his work.
No. All right. Emergency.
Well, Max, you gotta come prepared.
I'm never prepared. All right.
Emergency Star Wars meetings.
Oh man. All right. Oh no. All right. I have too much stuff open.
Ever since Variety dropped the scoop that Leslye Headland was developing a female-centric Star Wars series for Disney+, a scoop that was leaked to Variety, not announced by Disney.
Oh, they're claiming that this is a leak. Would Variety chance?
Variety is somewhat reliable, right?
Well, would they sacrifice the relationship with access to Disney to release this article?
Doubtful.
No. It would have to be some bombshell revelation for them to risk.
This is not.
This article about female-centric in their narrative that everything's a female agenda, they would not risk it for this article.
But remember, Max, Disney's having an emergency meeting about this bombshell news.
Oh my God.
There have been reports that Bob Iger and Bob Chapek...
There have been reports! He's referring to no video yesterday! There have been reports that they're livid.
That's what I was talking about with Mike Zero.
He refers to himself, and then everything... This is how connected the bullshit is. Oh my God.
Chapek are both livid. Furthermore, there has been a flurry of...
And the way he's talking acts like he's stating facts. They are livid. according to sources.
Meeting activity the last few days. What hasn't been reported on so far is just what they have been talking about.
Now, yesterday it was rumors that they're livid. Now there's meetings. According to another video, I'm not going to source that video because it's my own. Now there's emergency meetings. I must have been right in my video yesterday. Oh my God.
These meetings. While minutes detailing the conversations and conclusions are unlikely to ever leak, we have gotten, at the very least, some indication.
What?
Well, he says the details of this meeting will never leak, but he's saying he has details.
What about your source? Yeah. What do you mean they're never going to leak? Because you don't know what to say about your bullshit.
Of what they might have been talking
what they might have been
from our sources.
He is doing the Mike Hero.
If these were indeed emergency meetings, I find it extremely unlikely that it would be leaked to someone who would be willing to leak it to YouTubers.
Yeah. Why would you risk your... They're going to track down this stuff if they actually get legit details. And this is the dumbest time to pull this junk, is to when actual meetings are, how are we going to survive? How are we going to actually have a game plan to keep people safe on our productions and still keep release dates? Wouldn't that be, a person with common sense would think, if they had emergency meetings, wouldn't this be on number one on the list? Oh no, Kathy's female agenda's got us again. For 1 out of 4 shows.
These videos, when you put the smallest amount of scrutiny towards them, it really falls apart. Like what they say just does not make sense.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. One person came in my comment section, called me a whistleblower on the bullshit. But they were mad at me. You traitor, you whistleblower. Because I don't go along with bullshit.
Editorial then. I will share the glimpse our sources gave us into the nature of this meeting activity, as well as the most recent rumors making the rounds about why Disney are so upset with this leak.
Everybody's upset. We want entertainment and we want people to get work. We want this stuff to stop. This would be nowhere near the top of the list. A flurry
meeting activity.
Like most other companies, Disney have furloughed countless employees.
Yes,
and the
and-
senior staff
but-
that should be
But they're
working
concerned about
It's
agenda.
about- Again,
From home,
they're stating the
other-
obvious.
Yeah, exactly. This is what Mike Zero does.
all actually working from home. To clarify, while some of them are more overworked than they've ever been before, others don't have much to do.
What, he's
Meaning
chilling by
not
the
everyone
pool?
is
That's
online at the
quarantine.
same time, and coordinating meetings between executives is more challenging than it's ever been before. The swift and efficient face
Hey, let's also one more thing. They can't do get meetings with social distance. There's these secret meetings are on Zoom now. I don't know. That's something else. What are these secret meetings taking place in quarantine?
That's a good question. Zoom secret meetings, emergency meetings are happening over Zoom.
Yeah, that's risky from what I've heard. There's hackers getting into Zoom.
Yeah, apparently Zoom's not secure and stuff like that. I don't know.
Don't tell Midnight's Edge that he might be trying to get in on those secret meetings. No, they're not even trying. They're just making up stuff.
to-face conversations they used to have been replaced by emails, direct messages, and postings on closed Disney message boards.
Oh, now he's... I'm sorry, I was wrong. It's on closed Disney message boards.
It is this written communication our sources.
What does he do with his voice? He's trying to...
I'm not going to make fun of his voice. I'll make fun of what he's saying.
Well, he's trying to act like an authority on stuff. I don't know. He's playing a character.
Claim to have witnessed, and that you are about to be given a summary of. Before I relay this summary to you, though, I must of course warn you that I have not seen any of this communication myself.
He just knows it exists.
So just in case they're proven wrong, they can backtrack and say, well, I didn't say this is confirmed.
Comes the disclaimer part of the video. This is the disclaimer part. Just so you know, after 2 minutes of baloney, just so you know, everything I'm saying here, I cannot verify, and I haven't witnessed it myself. I am making a video, though.
I wouldn't say it's baloney. We now know that these emergency meetings are not in person. They're not over Zoom, but over secret message boards.
Yeah.
That seems like very important information. Very important.
Yeah. Very secret Disney message boards. Not Reddit, not 4chan.
I am merely forwarding the same summary that was provided to me from sources that claim to have seen it. As such, nothing of what I am about to say can be independently verified, meaning you must treat it as a rumor and take it with a grain of salt.
You say nothing that I'm reporting here can be possibly true.
I should change the thumbnail for this video for like a grain of salt or a dumpster can for everything they say. Sources, I don't know.
Remember, all sources are created equal. Don't forget that.
Yeah. Oh my God.
In addition to this written chatter, there have of course also been video conference meetings between Iger, Chapek, and other key executives.
Of course there has been. Has it been about this? No, I don't think so.
Yeah, all of the top people at Disney are like, Crazy Kathy has hired another woman.
We have to furlough our staff. We have to cut productions. How are we going to keep people safe? Forget that. Forget that. What about Kathy and this agenda of hers? Oh my! We haven't even started production yet. Oh man, the world is changed. The world has changed. Our income. We have to recoup costs for the amount we spent for Fox properties. But man, what about that female agenda?
Executives. But I have not received any summary or retelling of any kind on the progress and conclusions of these meetings. So, with all those health warnings out of the way, here then is a summary of the chatter I was told has been taking place at Disney's middle management and senior level.
He's got pictures.
The 6 most important people.
I think some of them are. Let me. I got to add here. Oh, Final Fantasy, the most typed video game remake of all time. Skip that. All right. Bombshell.
However overused the term may be, the variety scoop hit Disney like a bombshell. Our sources compared the, for lack of a better term, internal Disney message board with Reddit in the aftermath of the story dropping. Confusion reigned. But interestingly, the confusion wasn't so much about how the story leaked, but if Lucasfilm indeed were developing a new series for Disney Plus with Leslye Headland, and if so, why nobody had heard about it. The single most recurring comment was reportedly, "Did you know about this?" Which no one did, hence the confusion. Interestingly, this confusion also extended into the film production unit of Lucasfilm itself.
Oh my
Whenever a
god.
proposal is developed within
Go
Lucasfilm,
man.
story drafts will
Go man.
circulate.
I'm laughing my head off, but I'm sad too. Can you isn't it sad to think that this guy has over 100K views, 100K subs, and he's making bank with this stuff, and
It's unfortunate.
they're all supporting each other with baloney, piles and piles of it. You know, everyone's running with the secret meetings now.
What I thought was the funniest was when they said they all been sending message. Did you know that?
Did you know that?
No, but this is it is pretty sad that so many people probably believe this, which is unfortunate.
And this is what happens when you let idiots be idiots and don't counteract the bullshit. This is what happens. This is what people say. Why don't you just do your own thing? I am doing my own thing. If you let them, it's as contagious as the Bud Light. If you let it thrive and don't counteract it, it just controls people's influences the public. It's gone to the point where it influences public with the ring of the web ring of absolute baloney, where they support each other, they link each other on their websites. If you need to know the connections to these websites, they string together some of these website owners, and they put mega haters video on their website as a source. So, did you see the mega hater video I did?
I have never. Oh no, I did not.
Oh, okay. Well, that just proves it to you how connected they are. If no one I've ever talked to that still talks to me says they can stand her videos.
While design ideas and storyboards of key sequences designed to sell the concept are also developed. In this case, there reportedly has been none of this. No designs, no storyboards, no story drafts, no nothing. We earlier reported that there was no paper trail of Leslye Headland's Star Wars project
because it's brand new. It's developing. There has been sources that said that she has been with Kathy for the last few months. They were discussing and in developing a show. They thought that she could do it because she has a successful show on Netflix. It is another thing to do. Big studios like to do this, especially with the streaming wars. It is a plus to take a showrunner away from Netflix.
I was actually surprised to see that. I didn't know that she was doing. I didn't know that Russian Doll was on Netflix. So it's actually surprising to see her. If this is true, that she's going to Disney Plus.
I think it is, because she did delete those tweets for obvious reasons. These people exist. I mean, what would happen if they actually find a tweet that they could spin? They spin things from thin air or out of their backsides. So if they have a little thing of a tweet, what are they going to do? Run with it. So absolutely clean up your social media if you get a job
within Disney. But if this report from our sources indeed is accurate, there was no paper trail within Lucasfilm either. It appears
you wouldn't know. It would appear you don't have a source. What happened to your source? There's no paper trail.
Question: If
I don't think we can finish this video.
If Bob Iger was so disappointed with Kathleen Kennedy all the time, why doesn't he just fire her? According to these people.
Oh, he can't just fire her because she's too. There is something to be said. I do agree. There is something to be said. It is. She has such a history in Hollywood. Okay, they have to do it right. And there would be an outcry from actual social justice warriors about firing a woman and then just replacing with a man nowadays.
But couldn't
So-
they? But aren't these the same people that are saying that she's basically fired and she's just a figurehead while someone like Favreau's doing all the work anyway? That's also what these people are saying, right?
I speculate too that they are on separate pages. Like she's still the president, so she has the opportunity to develop projects, and then once she gets it rolling, go to Iger and Horn to like get the wheels in motion, get the funding, get the crew signed to a contract, get the production started. So I think that is why you're getting so many false starts of. You hear like a new Star Wars project's being developed, but it doesn't get any follow through. And I do think there is I think there is somewhat of an internal battle because everything Filoni or Favreau touches like gets rushed, but to be real, her history with some of these projects is a little spotty. So and Favreau, even if you take away her recent failures, he has been a golden boy for Disney.
Yes.
If you look at the history,
huge success.
Well, not only that, the Jungle Book, was a huge success.
Lion
King, and he is an unsung hero to the MCU. I do not think you would get that without Iron Man. And he is the one that hired Robert Downey. Without Robert Downey Jr., would the MCU be as successful? I don't think so.
Probably not.
No. So he's done a lot of things, and the majority of his stuff is his success. So that's the other reason I think he's getting there. So there is a conversation to be had, but with rumor and speculation, without saying baloney sources and all this stuff, secret meetings. Come on.
Secret emergency meetings.
Maybe if it was normal times, this would be a little bit more believable. But
maybe a little bit.
I'm saying in normal, without all this other stuff going on, there is no reason they would have a secret meeting about this at this time. I'm going to give them a minute to try to make some more sense, and then we're trashing the video. Then we're taking out the trash, and then we'll give a prescription. The Doctor of Doom and the Goldman are going to prescribe this BS and say if it's absolute zero news, fake news, or actual news. All right, let's just give him a woman. I can't take much more in a minute. He is boring.
That whatever Kathleen Kennedy and Leslye Headland have been
all right,
developing,
the countdown. We have a minute left.
Exist outside the confines of their own heads. If so, that is a very interesting revelation.
He's a revelation. What the? It's not a revelation if you're not sure. If it's a grain of salt 1 second, it's not a revelation unless you know it's true.
Imply that not only is Lucasfilm relatively isolated from Disney, but Kathleen Kennedy is isolated even from the rest of Lucasfilm.
Everyone's isolated. We're all in quarantine.
Lucasfilm is isolated from Disney when The Mandalorian is the most successful thing on Disney Plus right now.
Yeah. All right, let's give.
You still owe him 40 more seconds.
All right.
Faction of Lucasfilm that is loyal to her might very well have been aware of this project, but by all accounts relayed to us. No one in Lucasfilm that were needed to produce a presentable pitch were aware of it either. Based on the manner in which this got out, and what I have been told, which is pretty much everything I've relayed to you in this and the previous video, I am left with the impression that Lucasfilm is a house even more divided than previously thought. Not only that, Kathleen Kennedy and her acolytes appear to be increasingly isolated and separated from the rest of Lucasfilm. And it looks more and more like either Kathleen Kennedy or Leslye Headland herself, or both, really did go rogue and announced this on their own accord in an effort to use industry and Twitterati pressure.
Twitterati. Okay, I'm done. Twitterati. All right. this is zero news. This is zero news. That's my
I agree.
that's my diagnosis. If you believe this, you need help. They are abusing YouTube viewers to spread this, and they are so connected that you're going to see videos from all the major Menace channels, Menace the fandom. They absolutely are saying about secret meetings and Livid. When you know what, it's so disgusting at this point when actual Disney employees are losing, and they're bottom of the totem pole people. Unfortunately, hey, all the wheels are important. Everyone's job is important. People are losing their jobs. They are not concerned with a female-centric TV show. Because in reality, even if they were concerned, it's very preliminary.
Far more important things to worry about.
By the time it starts filming, the whole thing could change and the showrunner could change.
Yeah.
That happens all the time. Look what just
especially
happened.
in Lucasfilm right now.
Yeah, look what just happened to Cassie Andor. Even if she's signed on to develop a project, I'm not wishing her bad luck. Maybe she would follow through and actually start filming. So much could change. It's very preliminary. That's why there's no. This may be taking place of that other film that they were months ago. There were news stories that came out about a film. I forget the director's name. But this just might be a replacement for that, is my speculation, because everything is. Listen, the world's changed. The entertainment industry has changed. I think if streaming and movies were on equal footing before, streaming is now at the top because of world conditions. And unfortunately, I don't want to put this out there, but this could be one thing. Another thing could come along and you'll be in the exact same situation. Whereas if you focus on streaming, you don't have to deal with that. So they very well may put a streaming project ahead of a film project.
They might.
I mean, that's, if we got to be real, let's be real.
And the rumors of that one movie were that it's going to be, that it would have been a low budget, or like it wouldn't have been a $200 million film. Wasn't that, I don't recall exactly, but wasn't that the rumor with that one director like a month or two ago?
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
And this could be just the budget for that, because that was announced before things were happening. The smart, logical thing, if you were running a business, if you're running it like a business right now, would be maybe we should look at a streaming project instead. Give the go ahead to that. Build up.
Streaming's doing well, especially on Disney.
And it's also streaming is doing the best for their licensing partners with toys and products. With the Mandalorian, the Mandalorian has had a spike in sales, but for that you'll have to tune in next time to the Madman and Goldman show. No, I don't know. Go subscribe to Goldman if you haven't already.
Thank you.
We're doing the detective work together. We'll keep it on my channel. Go check out his channel for some great videos.
Thank you.
Some video essays, and you've been doing some live streams on the Clone Wars right when it comes out. So if you want a friend to watch the Clone Wars with, Goldman's your man.
10 a.m. Eastern time on Friday.
Oh, see, he's pimping it already. All right. Bye, everybody.
Good night.